Welcome back to the Brimstone Sleep for Dragonbane here on Myth Machine. This show is rated R just in case. Nobody's actually committed war crimes yet. Very nicely. Yeah, is this an actual
The time will
group
come, though. I'm sure we'll get to it eventually.
Okay, yeah, fair. Is this actually a group of heroes? Could it be?
Let's wait and see.
Yeah, it's
Let's
he's
wait.
still young.
They're like looking at each other uncomfortably. Anyway, this is Myth Machine, the channel. Why don't you follow or sub or ring the bell icons on YouTube? All the things to stay in tune with what the Animist Inquisition is saying about their activities. And I'm sure we're not going to condemn them for anything heretical. They will be faithful servants of the gods throughout, and everything will be just fine. Who do we have with us today? That's
so
for
I'm
you.
playing a human mage with a no companion in the form of a rat called Lilbubs.
Yes. Why don't we have Little Bubs here? That's just a crime. There you go, Little Bubs.
Yeah. Thanks.
Little Bubs is ever present.
And I'm Brett. I'm playing Wild Wolfbane. He's a wolfkin hunter, or a hunter who is a wolfkin. Not necessarily hunting other wolfkin. Although again, the day's still young. Yeah.
Maybe he will become Demon Bane rather than Wolf Bane,
Yeah.
because you killed the demon.
I wanted
you?
to be Dragonbane earlier, but
I'm gonna change your name to Demon Bane now, because that's the thing.
okay.
You killed a demon, you're officially Demon Bane. There we go. We just need to give you some.
That
some
is better than
reputation.
Amoeba Bane. That's.
I can give you that name too, Amoeba Bane. Here we go. Yeah, you are the Amoeba Bane. Giant Amoeba Bane. I'll have.
It's the giant that really gotta emphasize that part.
Yes, I didn't have to just squish it with my foot. I could, or just swallow it and slowly dissolve it in my stomach acids. Anyway.
I'm Roger. I'm playing Kirov the Large, human merchant and mining engineer.
Indeed.
And we're just saying about little Babs the rat. It just reminds me of in the werewolf game. And we've got somebody who's got a rat spirit as well, but that's like the rat spirit of New York, and he's called Frankie Scratch.
Yep, Scratch, in fact, because he is. I mean, he's speaking Skaven speech with a New York accent. I'm walking here. Little Bubs does not, because Little Bubs is not a Skaven creature. Little Bubs is Little Bubs. Right? We ended last session with people looking for a new heroic ability you wanted to add to your sheet. So let's do that. Woo!
I think one of us does need the game's equivalent of sense motive. So who's actually got? What is it? Persuasion that you need to have at least 12 in to do that.
Inside.
The insight to see when a person's lying. Yeah.
Yeah, it requires
12
persuasion 12. Yeah. Which means
So I could have that. I could have it. Does anybody else have the minimum and wants it?
I do not have
No.
a 12 in persuasion.
No. Yeah, nobody else has that. So that's your thing, Kiro. Clearly.
It makes sense for your character that you do so many deals. You tell if someone's trying to
It does make
throw
sense.
the wool over your eyes.
All right. Insight it is to Kirov the Large. He has learned much about people during this journey. Some are false, like Malik Mangus. Some are very straight up, honest, honorable, and earnest. Hi, Perima. Is she our favorite little sister? Is everybody just taking care of her like her? She's the group baby? I don't know. Wild? What do you want to get?
I was vacillating between dual wield or twin shot, so I'd leave it up. If anyone else has any preference, I think either of those would be good for my character.
They would be.
Question: when it says use the 3 skill points, is that per battle or
No, every time you use it. So you exhaust the
so?
willpower
If I did
points
it
really fast.
twice, so if I attack twice, like in the same fight, I'd have to spend 6 willpower.
Yeah, eventually. So every turn you use it. It's once per turn.
Okay.
For twin shot, for example, it says willpower points,
Yeah.
3.
For twin shot, it would make sense like for every time I shoot the arrows.
Exactly.
But dual wield, I figured would make sense to pull 2. It wouldn't make sense to pull 2 swords out, use willpower, keep them out, and just have him. Yeah, I'll deal with twin shot then.
On
I
your
feel like
turn in
I'd
combat,
way
I'm
too
thinking
much willpower.
So every time you activate dual wield, you get an extra attack with your second weapon, which is why it costs 3 willpower points, because effectively you now have an extra attack for the turn, which is very powerful in this system. So did you want twin shot or dual wield?
I'll do a twin shot for now.
Very well. So we're not going to go with veteran then. There you have it. Okay. That is going to be it, because Shurlefdeva already has her second ability through her companion. That's her. Little Bob's there, yeah. Wild, when are you going to...
done anything yet?
What was that?
Has Little Bob's actually done anything yet?
She hasn't asked Little Bobs to do much yet, has she?
No, I haven't.
You can activate the GM. The animal follows you as long as you remain in its natural environment, and it can scout for you at no additional willpower cost. For additional 3 willpower, you can command the animal to attack an enemy. Of course, Lil Bubs is a little bit puny for that, so I'm not sure we want to throw a rat on an enemy.
Go spread the plague.
But you could send it ahead to scout at any time for no extra willpower points. Go spread the plague. Lil Bubs will look at Wild with a very insulted, like, that's a bad stereotype, man. Though Lil Bubs cannot say this, because Lil Bubs can say to Shurlefdeva when Shurlefdeva has the animal whisper spell activated, I guess. What is his problem? Hop hops and wants to get back to her knitting. I'm sure Lil Bubs would do knitting if she had.
Yeah, she would.
She has opposable thumbs almost. She has claws and stuff, right? So all she needs is a couple of needles and some thread, and then she could do some knitting.
Yep.
Also, the intelligence needed to learn knitting, which is unfortunately where she falls short. But it's a beautiful idea. Okay, so we are in Arham on Marjura. It is midday. You have been doing your shopping things, haven't you? We already mentioned that the town is in a bit of an uproar because of the dragon attack that recently befell this place. To recap what we did last time, you managed to sneak out of the mountain without attracting the ire of the Dracorians. Apparently, they just accepted that you were probably sent from Arhem to secure things on official business, because bluffing is a wonderful skill. And they went with your story. So you managed to get the material to the dwarves, who gave you coin, and now also you've spent some time, you know what, I'm going to say that your shopping spree took a while, so it's probably going to be evening by now. I'm putting it to a full shift of shopping. And the Guelmin, the dwarf, also gave you master-crafted weapons out of gratitude, because why shouldn't he? There was a deal, and you honored it. Good for you. And he will also be willing to tell you about the secrets of the Iron Tower. My friends, he says and sits down. Now that you've kept your end of the bargain, and I've kept, well, at least 2/3 of the bargain on our end, and he puffs a little bit on his pipe again. You wanted to know about the Iron Tower, didn't you? Puff, puff. Looks at you all with interested eyes. Like, he's curious about why you want to know about the Iron Tower, but he's also not going to ask about that because that would be intruding on someone else's business, and that's not what he's going to do. So he's giving you a chance to volunteer information about this, which Kiro is the first one to pick up on with his new insight skills. And long story short, as I'm sure you have a lot of other things to attend to, we built that tower for them, but down in the basement, we erected an altar to the Dwarven gods of mining. It's easy to find if you know where to look for it. It's a silver anvil.
Okay.
So when you find...
So this is an altar to the Dwarven gods of mining.
Yeah. Yeah, an anvil. The altar is shaped like an anvil, obviously. Now, to this anvil, we attached something you could call insurance. In case the Shagalites, and I have to say, already at that point, we felt that they were acting in a very suspicious way. We had made an agreement for them. It was a good sum of coin, too, they gave us to erect that tower. But that group of folks, that group of humans, they gave us the chills they did when we worked for them. So we introduced a little bit of insurance in case they would ever become a threat to us. Now, we have been lucky and they didn't. But perhaps you might make use of that little secret in case they become a threat to you. And again, he's going to glare at you over his pipe a little bit just to see if he can prompt you to say anything about what your business with the Shagalites are. Which apparently you won't. Alright, so this is what happens with the anvil. You take the anvil, it's on top of the altar, and you turn it 90 degrees so that the pointy end of the anvil is pointing towards the door. Once you've done that, you can turn the anvil and the altar stone on which it rests backwards. That way, the altar's underside, the underbelly if you want, will be turned upwards. There, the anvil is anchored with a pin. If you pull out the pin, the anvil will fall down into a shaft under the room. Now, once you've done that, I recommend that you evacuate the Iron Tower quickly, because it's about to be sunk into the volcano. And there is absolutely nothing you can do to stop it at this point. The mountain and the tower, there is no way to tell you exactly how quickly it will sink, mind you. It could be 10 minutes, it could be 2 hours. Who knows? It's been nigh on a century since we built that thing, and tectonic movements could have changed things from the original calculations. But I'd recommend that you'd be out of there as quickly as possible, within 10 minutes or so, to be on the safe side. And mind you, when you pull the sprint, you'll be in the absolute bowels of the tower, so it'll take a little while to get out of there and across the bridge, I reckon. There you have it. I have now fulfilled my part of the agreement. Good hunting.
So, out of curiosity, is the building itself of any significance, or we would just be killing the Shag members en masse with this self-destruct mechanism?
Anyone who stays in the tower will end up in the lava of the volcano, so I'd imagine they'd all die. Unless, of course, they happen to be magic wielders who are one with the element of fire, I reckon. But that is beyond my knowledge. Parma, at this stage, as Ulman is speaking and has revealed the entire method here, she's looking more and more somber and also a bit hesitant. I never wanted to kill anyone, but I suppose this is the only way, isn't it? To exert revenge and bring justice to the Druids of Comorda. Isn't it?
If any of the ill people, the kidnapped, are still savable, can't just pull the pin and let it drop. We're going to have to get them out first.
Of course. If anyone is held in a prison there, we have to free them, obviously. We can't kill innocent people. Yeah, Parma very much agrees with you there, Kirov. If this was one of those RPGs like Baldur's Gate or something, where you could get like a NPC approves of your action, NPC companion approves of your action, you have now attained more likability with that NPC. That would just have happened.
I would agree with that, only to the extent that we're still able to destroy the Shag cult. Yeah, if it comes down to a matter of either saving them or destroying the cult, I think we have to destroy the cult. But certainly we save who we can as much as we can.
Yeah, she nods at that, yeah.
Since there's lava involved, is there magic items that can protect us from heat? Or can Parma do something that can... Yeah, she can... Does the tower count as being on the Glacier? Can she project cold while we're in the tower?
I don't know, she says. I've never been there. But generally speaking, I need Comorda to help me. And if this is a volcano, I doubt that Comorda will. But I can help in other ways, I hope. Some way, the sacred head must be helpful in there, yes? Or maybe it isn't. We just were told to protect it, and protect it is what I've done. I just can't help thinking that maybe my sister wanted me to have this, not just to keep it safe, but also perhaps it could be a tool in some fashion. I don't know. There is much I don't know. I've never done anything like this before. Yeah, she needs a boost. She needs a boost for her self-confidence here, definitely. Whatever you're planning to do, says Guelmin, I want no knowledge of it. I hear that the Shagolites have good connections at the Imperial Court. Perhaps if you want to do your scheming away from here, maybe go to young Hilda's Tavern. How about that, eh?
I guess we're getting kicked out.
Yep.
Then,
Unless you
do
had
we
anything
want to
else.
go anywhere where we'll be recognised, and anywhere that involves being here any longer than we need to be, or do we just want to set out for the Glacier?
I think if we have all the supplies and stuff, we may as well just head out now.
Very well.
Or else, can somebody take this off me because I'm 1 over weight limit?
Dementius doesn't count because he is a weapon at hand. So he's in your belt, so he doesn't count.
Or if I switch to the broadsword to the weapon at hand, though.
So Dementius to the inventory, and you have a great sword that you now have at hand. And then we put Dementius. Who was Dementius? Let's see now. I can
See
tell
the
that
dagger
Halveld.
thing?
Yeah, the dagger thing.
Yeah, I don't want that guy.
So here's the thing. They have a dagger, and the hilt of the dagger looks like an ivory carving of a very old man. It's a very simple dagger, really, in a sheath. Except for the hilt, which is a very highly detailed ivory carving of an old man with a long white beard circling around him and arms folded. And as they're talking about this, you can hear... Can you? Let's roll. Shalef Deva, roll your awareness in this game. Let's go. Some games call it alertness. Other games call it awareness. In this case, you hear a light snoring coming from the dagger. This is a snoring dagger.
Hey, dagger.
Look.
Don't wake him up, for the love of God.
Then I won't wake the dagger. What should I do?
The question is, who wants to carry the dagger on them? Halveld and Shalef do have space around your belt for another weapon at hand. I think Halveld does not want to carry the dagger because it is in fact magical.
Oh, okay. Did you say it looks like an old man?
Yes. Here's a picture of the guy.
And we were talking to him for a while, but just before we accidentally raised the city of the dead. And he's from an ancient civilization. It was like the court wizard. And he turned himself into a dagger while trying to enchant a dagger.
Okay. Yeah, I can carry.
Very well. I have in your belt a torch, a sling, and the dagger known as Dementius. He is sleeping soundly in his hilt. Look, Shalef is gonna be the one with all the companions, right? You already have the dagger and the rat. I have a feeling that the 2 donkeys will also take to Shalef much more than anyone else. Let's face it, you're the animal whisperer. This is what you do, isn't it?
Yeah, I whisper to them
Yep.
sometimes.
Alright. I think that higher levels of your spells, you can learn how to order animals around and such things as well. Let's see. I'm just curious. Animism. You can learn magic tricks: birdsong, clean, cook food, and floral trail. Also hairstyle. And then animal whisper. Oh, you can learn lightning bolt when you have learned lightning flash on level 1.
Oh.
Yeah. Sleep is a thing you can learn too. Engulfing forest. And then when you get really high up, you can learn resurrection. So if someone dies, you can literally restore them to life again.
So how do I learn?
Right.
What was that?
What did you say?
Never come back quite right. They always have some stat damage. I forget which one. Is it charisma they lose?
Yeah, it's something like that. Resurrection is learned. First of all, you need to learn treat wound. So you have heal wound, and then you have treat wound, and then you have to learn heal wound on level 2. And then on level 3, you can learn restoration and resurrection that are also very powerful for healing people.
Okay.
Anti-undead magic as well.
Yeah, banish. Yeah. To learn such spells, you need to have one skill check that you haven't used to actually level up a skill, and a teacher who can teach you things. Unfortunately, as we see here in Arham, yeah, not many people around there. It takes a while to learn such things. To get a new school of magic, you would have to spend new heroic ability. So every time you get a heroic ability, you can put that into magic talent instead of into some other heroic ability. And then that opens up a possibility to learn a new school of magic, for example. But for spells, you just need a check mark and a teacher and a shift of time. And then you have to roll an intelligence check with a boon, and if you succeed, you learn the spell. So that's how you learn that kind of things. As it turns out, Perma knows... Let's see now. She knows, I think, some things that you could learn from here during a shift of time, because she can do spell casting too when you are on the Glacier. So, if you have a skill check available, which you don't at the moment, but maybe at the end of the session, who knows? She can teach you how to dispel magic, and she can teach you some other spells as well. Because she's also an animist caster. She's a combined animist and elementalist caster, basically.
That would be galling for Perima, though. If we go up onto the Glacier, she teaches you some stuff, and then you can still do it once you've come back down off the Glacier, but she can't.
Aww.
Wouldn't that be weird? Yes. Anyway, we are heading out here, and here we go, again, off on an adventure. And I'm guessing we're picking up the rest of the pack. You wanted Gistaki, DJ, and Rober to come with you yet again. Rober is rubbing his hands. Is that where he got his name? Rubbing his hand, Rober? Because he's very excited about this whole getting more treasure part of the adventure. Maybe not so excited about the whole Shag lights are evil necromancers that will eat your soul bit. He will have some mutterings around that. I heard a few things in town while we were shopping, and it seems to me that some of these Shag lights are very skilled in the ways of sorcery and magic. Maybe they're even blasphemers, they are, going against the will of the gods and such. Nobody's coming.
Well, we do think they've raised the dead, so they are necromancers, I think, to some extent.
That's not good. Yeah, he's gonna be grumpy about this as you're walking across the plains.
And who was it? Was it Perima who knocked that guy off his demon mount with a blast of wind?
Yeah, that was Perima.
I remember somebody had done that, but I wasn't quite sure if it was her. But yeah.
In the days when you only had the single spellcaster in the group. And now you'll have a bazillion. Isn't that cool? All right. So we are headed out from Arham into the desolate coastal landscape. It's not that desolate. If you're asking Perima, it's obviously not desolate, because look at all the trees and the giant white moss and all the things around you. It's great. Yeah? Absolutely great. As always.
Telling me about the moss has just reminded me in Iceland. The moss there is insane. It's like feet deep. And they consider it so valuable that if there's a volcanic eruption and lava is coming towards the moss, they will actually have people dig it out as much as they can and move it before the lava arrives.
I'm telling you, this is Fantasy Iceland. Perima leads the way as before, which means that nobody has to make a pathfinding check here, because she is eager to get going up on the glacier. As always, this being Marjura and spring, night will not fall yet for a good long while. So it's gonna be quite bright outside still. It's a little bit of a drizzle on your heads, not enough to be more than annoying, but a little bit of a drizzle. And because I'm saying all these things, and everything looks so nice and peaceful, obviously, we now want everybody to roll an awareness check.
Still concussed Kirov.
Yep. That is never going to go away. If you had someone who could do, what is it, treat wounds, then you would actually, or is it heal wounds? Heal wounds, I think. Then you could also remove a critical injury. Next step in learning healing spells will be very useful for Khalefteva. I have a feeling that after this, she'll go to apply to School of Animist Magic somewhere in Tricoria and spend some time learning new spells, finding the grimoire, just educating herself.
It
I'll
would
be
make
a,
sense in
like,
any
exchange
town where
student.
Why did...
What do you say?
Go ahead, Emily. You first.
Oh, I was just gonna say I'm gonna be an exchange student.
Yes, exchange student. Absolutely.
I was just saying it would make sense for in every town where there's like any number of magic users at all, for them to just set up a co-op and just teach each other like spell for spell,
Yep.
and then they'd all rack up their skills as fast as possible.
Yep. Absolutely. Though that depends on them having that heroic ability, the extra magic talent heroic ability, because if they are different magic schools, they can't actually teach each other if they don't. So everybody needs to have the skill and the right magic school to be able to learn the spell. So if you only have animism,
that takes 2 weeks to learn as well, or something.
Yeah,
it's
something
not
like that.
just
So it's not, yeah, but it's, yeah. So animists cannot learn elementalist spells if they haven't learned the elementalist skill. Anyway, have we rolled some awareness here? Oh, look at that! We have Khalefteva, who succeeds with a dragon, no less. Indeed. Good for you. That means that Khalefteva will definitely be the one to spot, shall we say, hidden in the distant ahead of you. There is someone out there, someone very large, trying to hide behind some kind of rock outcropping.
What are the giants?
Someone very large. I sense a presence. Maybe it's a ghost. I think it's a ghost. Do we have any mediums?
We do not have any mediums here, no.
Okay.
As it happens, that would probably be like a necromancer. But I'm gonna put you a little bit ahead of everyone else, maybe together with Perma. And he tried to hide, but it didn't work out so well. So
Should I send Lil Bubs?
if you want,
Okay.
you can see him.
Lil Bubs.
You can see him over there. He's a big fellow. A very big fellow, in fact.
Oh yeah, very big fellow.
Yeah, he's... Oi is the right way to put it. He's huge. He is very dirty. He has dirty, stringy gray hair. And you know what? Once the wind comes slightly coming from his direction, you can even smell the horrible stench of poorly curated pelts, like they're rotting on him. And on top of his head, he's wearing, it's really the roof of an outhouse. He's using that as his hat. And he's sitting there trying to hide behind a boulder. But you spotted his foot sticking out, Khalefteva. So what do we do now?
I'm a bit hesitant. Not sure if I want to get closer, but I will relay this information to my colleagues if any of them will want to get closer to this hiding person.
Of course, Wild and Kirov will also see once she's pointing in that direction, because you did succeed with your rolls. Let's see about the others, shall we? Nope, Parima didn't notice a thing. Gistaki, he can be trusted to notice everything because he's wearing a great hat and... No.
Where did the giants say they were going to meet us? Because we were going to meet up with them on our way to the tower.
You were, but it was somewhere on the glacier. Hardly here.
Yeah, I assumed once we were up on the glacier, we'd sound the horn again, and then that would call them, and then we'd probably meet up at the temple, and then go the rest of the way to the tower together. This is a different guy.
Yeah, he's a bit of a different guy. So some of you notice,
Yeah.
some of you don't. Gistaki is among the don't. I think the donkeys are a bit restless, though. What are we doing about this?
I'll get my bow ready, but I'll call out to him.
Oi!
Us-
Big nose! What do you call him? What do you call out?
I'll just care to introduce yourself.
Oh, okay. Yeah. He's gonna be like, ah! And move 2 quick steps towards you. He has a very big, it's literally a tree that he is waving about as a club, much Great Thule had as a walking stick. You can see that in the belt he also has what is actually a broadsword, but on him it just looks like a dagger. And behind him on the ground lies an enormous sack, which smells horribly. And yeah, he'll ah! Give me all your shinies! Give me shinies, little ones! Little shiny things you have in your little hands. Give them to me. They could be yellow or white and shiny.
Why do you want our shinies?
Because I can buy good ale with shinies.
I don't think you need a lot of shinies for ale. Don't you have any shinies already?
Well, I don't have no shinies. I've drunk the ale. Give me shinies.
Oh, well, I've got an idea of this. When we were with the dragon, was it Skellefteå ever created light? Did something glow? It made the goblin glow, wasn't it?
Eva can create light. Yeah, she made the goblin glow. Yeah.
Okay, what about if you just make a stone or something glow and give it to him, and then we can just be gone, long gone by the time it stops glowing?
Oh, that's a great idea. Can I do it?
Gistaki has, by this time, of course, oh, you big oaf! I'm ready for you! And he's holding his sword in his 2 hands and is standing between the giant and Dija, as so many other times. You could never see that coming, could you? Rober is just hiding somewhere. I'm just gonna go sneak to someplace. Let's see.
This is just so predictable now. If you ever need to find Deirdre, just look behind Gistaka.
Yep! That is exactly what you need to do. Unfortunately, Rober is not good at sneaking. If I was playing Rober character, I would definitely raise his sneaking skill. But I'm not. Parima will try to explain to the giant while you're talking about what you're doing there. Good sir, we are but humble pilgrims. We are friends of your great people. We will meet soon with Great Thule for sacred quest. Perhaps you will do us the honor of joining and smite the horrifying heretics that have destroyed the Kmorda druids. You gotta give her bonus for trying, right? I'm not actually giving her a bonus for trying. Because I'm evil like that. Yeah, the giant... Oh, I can't go to Great Thule! I'm Robald the villain! Cast out, I was. I can't go back. Never back on the Glacier. Robald is sad.
While ago, why were you cast out?
Because I took things.
What kind of things?
That don't belong to me. Other people's things.
Do you want to try and earn your way back?
Earn my way back?
We're
What?
going to a tire that might have lots of shinies in it.
Lots of
Enough
shinies?
for lots of ale.
Huh? What is this place? I can't go on the ice, though.
It would be a long way around to the tower around the ice, wouldn't it?
What tower? Oh, Black Tower?
Yes?
You go to Black Tower? That's not a good place. Taboo for giants. Can't go in there.
You're cast out of the giants, and we're just going to take shinies.
If I get lots of shinies, so many shinies that I can have lots of barrels of ale, maybe? Who's gonna roll a persuasion check here? Because clearly he has, he feels the whole going to taboo lands for giants may not be in his best interest.
Give it a try.
Of course you should, Kiro. This is your thing. You do have extraordinarily nice clothes, don't you? Yeah, that didn't work, Wild. But
Yeah.
Kiro succeeds with it because he has very nice and shiny clothes. And this actually works with Robald because shiny clothes means person with lots of shiny, right? Okay, I'll try. You go to tower. How you go to tower? Paramo will explain that you're gonna go across the ice, obviously. But when we blow the horn, you can join us there. I understand. I'll try to go around. It will take... So he's a giant, so it's going to take him half the time that it would take you to get there. But he's going to go around, so it will still take him a while. Let's see now. It would take him... I need to measure a little bit here. What do I even eat such a long journey? He's grumbly. You've made him grumbly is what you have. You didn't think about that, did you? So it's going to take him like 4 days or so to get there, which is approximately the same amount of time that it will get you to get there, so... Because he's a giant. He travels much faster. He just takes a step and he's away from you, right? Like, your puny legs can't carry you very fast. Ever tried to outrun an ant? You reach him to the kneecaps, basically. So, traveling with you is going to be a really hard thing. It's, I don't know, how many of you have tried to outrun a toddler? Because they reach you to the kneecaps, right? It's very easy, isn't it? Because you take one step and they take 10. So, that's the difference here. But he can come along with you until... I don't know that he wants to come along with you necessarily. We can discern his motives now using the insight special ability. You can roll awareness to determine whether the person is telling the truth. We have... Insight has entered the chat. I'll come there with you. Yeah, he's gonna be honest enough, but he doesn't want to spend too much time with you. I go hunting now. Maybe I can find sheep or elk. You take care, little people.
He's going the long way around off the glacier while we're going straight. We'll
Yep.
both arrive at about the same time.
Yep. That's the idea. So with that, you will hear him stomp away. And that is the only real thing that happens this evening, as we come to midnight and someone's gonna have to make a camp with a big tent. The glacier is now looming above you. Of course, you haven't quite gotten up to it yet, but Parama will lead you up in the morning. It's been a long day. You traveled in the morning to... Yeah, everybody's tired now. Because I think you spent like the first shift traveling to... No, that was... Okay, you slept in the night, and then you traveled to Arham, and then you shopped in Arham, and then... Yeah, so that makes sense. So who's going to roll to set up a large tent for people here?
I can roll. What skill is it?
Bushcraft. If you have a large tent,
right?
you get a boon.
I can try too.
Only one person needs to do it. There we go.
Yeah.
Why didn't you add a boon? Because you could.
Oh, do we have? Oh,
Yeah, the large tent gives a
I
boon.
forgot I had a tent. Okay.
Yeah, it's on the donkeys.
Donkeys. Okay.
Okay, so apparently it's
I got it.
it's Robert who does the work for them, because we have 2 tents, right? And look at that! As poor as Robert is at sneaking, he is very good at bushcraft, isn't he? So he sets up the tent there. Now we come to the more complicated question: is anyone gonna stay up watching over the night, or are we just gonna take our chances with the wilderness being nice and peaceful?
How long have we been awake at this point?
This is your 3rd shift, so anyone who stays up awake for another shift will roll d6 willpower points to lose.
Oh, I'll stay up just in case.
I can't imagine why.
And once we're up on the glacier, if we're doing like a split shift, it would make sense if Parama and Sklefdeva are awake at the same time, then they can teach each other magic.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
But only if you have a skill check that you haven't used yet, which you don't have. Our wolfkin friend, oh, there you are. No, that's Deidre. Where are you on this? Robert, Halveld, Parama. I can't see you because it's so dark. Where's Wolf? Where's Wild, our wolfkin friend? Isn't he there? Okay, I'll have to put
I
him
should
on
be
here.
there. No.
Apparently not. Now you are. Alright. Why don't you roll an awareness check, Robert? No, not Robert. Wild. Who knows what horrors might befall you in the night? Maybe you'll all get scared up by something.
Oh.
You get eaten by the ground. It just rises up and eats
Oh.
you all. Nom
Stupid
nom.
ground.
Stupid ground.
Yeah, isn't there like a D&D setting that is so notoriously brutal that stuff like that basically does happen?
That could be the case, yeah.
It's one of the alternate dimensions or whatever. It's like a desert where there's just never ever enough water, and basically anything with more sort of intelligence than a rock has psychic powers.
Oh, is that Dark Sun or something? I don't remember.
Yeah, I think that's what it's called.
Oh. I've never played that one. I've heard that it might be controversial. Yeah. Everybody else can click on Shift's Rest if you had used anything, which I don't think you have. And Wild will have to roll a d6 to lose some willpower points because you're getting tired, and from now on you won't be able to heal conditions until you've had a full shift rest. Yay! That's the style, right? You are just super tired as the sun comes up, aren't you? You're the
Apparently.
tiredest boy.
Only 4 days of concussion left.
Only 4 days of concussion. Yeah. It's great. You're gonna be fine. Maybe your concussion will be gone by the time you're getting there. Oh, isn't that great? As it turns out, during the night, Wild will hear the roar of it coming in. A storm is gathering strength. And by the time people wake up in the morning, the storm has reached its full potential. And you're not traveling in this stuff. That is not going to be something you would want to do. It is just absolutely pouring down so hard. And the only reason why you're going to be okay is because you have sturdy tents and found a very good place to get some protection from the wind. It's still bad enough, but this is not traveling weather. Anyone with bushcrafting can tell immediately that you should just spend the day in the tents. So I guess Wild will get his rest after all, won't you?
I guess so.
And again, unfortunately, Khlefteva doesn't have a skill check or a magic talent for something other than animism. Because it turns out that as you're talking about things here in the tent, Deidre, she is going to mention that you speak of miracles of Kmorda and being connected to nature. Myself, I went to a relative of mine, a famous tattoo artist in Kargum. His name is Zelimoga. And he knows how to carve the runes with power. And I picked up 1 or 2 things from him. I'm not going to invite you to look at those particular tattoos now because that would be bad for you, you understand. But should we, let's just say I have secrets left to unveil, she says and smiles a bit.
Okay, sure.
So apparently we have at least 2 schools of magic here right now. Animism, or 3 with Parama's Kmorda magic, and symbolism.
Ah, I thought you just meant that she had weird tattoos.
No, those tattoos
Okay.
are in fact, yeah. I mean, they are weird, but they are also powerful, which you can not sense because you don't have sense magic as a magic trick. Did you want to learn sense magic as a magic trick from Parama?
Yes.
It does not require checkmark of any kind. Okay,
Yes.
so all the little wizards here will learn from each other, and it takes 15 minutes to learn a magic trick.
And
That's
some
too
of the
long.
magic tricks are just insanely overpowered, so make the most of this.
Yeah. Sense magic to you then, Khlefteva. And then ignite and lock and unlock from Deidre.
Ooh. The lock and unlock, what is that? Is it just opening doors?
Yep, basically any lock, she can lock it or unlock it. So no need for
Lockpicks.
lockpicks. You should have asked Deidre to go up to that lock upstairs with the dwarven door, but yeah, maybe she should have told you, but she didn't know that there was a door that was locked up there.
Yeah, I will be very happy about the lock and unlock since that would have made it much easier for her to discover her husband or ex-husband's cheating. But yeah,
Yes, it would have been.
hindsight 2020.
Yes, isn't it? We're gonna spend some food today, aren't we? Well, spend 4 rations of the food you have uploaded on Giotto and Grotto, the 2 very miserable donkeys. I guess we put some tarp over them too, so they don't have to be too miserable. Let's see.
Should I do my shift rest now?
Yeah, you can do it. I thought I had put a bunch of field rations on them, but I had not, so they're on someone else.
I have quite a bit. You could take them from me.
Very well. Oh, you do have quite a few, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay, so there we go. Yeah, at least the good news is your backpack is so much lighter now.
Yeah.
This is one long, boring day. Halveld has a Smickleboard. He bought a Smickleboard in Arham, remember? So if you want to play Smickleboard, this is your chance. Anybody up for some Smickleboard? Smickleboard, everybody!
Yeah.
Smickleboard, 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 Smickleboard. Who's gonna challenge Halveld?
Yeah, I can.
Well, since they've been doing their magic, Kirov wants to do his dark arts and use his alchemist kit to make some black powder.
Oh, no! Okay, let's do it. Do you have an... yeah, you have an alchemist kit, so... Did that require... There is a lot of sulfur around here, right? Cooking pot and the right active ingredients. I'm sure you would have bought the right active ingredients in Arhem, because there is plenty of sulfur to buy there. Ingredients, here we go. Okay. Rules, gear, ingredients. Oh, there's nothing in the ingredients here. Okay. So if we just assume that you spent some gold to buy the right ingredients. There we go. Feel free to roll. Willpower equal to the item's price in gold. Okay. Now, we have potions, right? Potions are a thing in this game. I'm gonna make it equivalent to that. So, a healing potion is 50 gold, right? And other things... Let's see. Herbal concoction is 1 gold. Lethal poison is 2 gold times... Yeah, so how about this is 50 gold to make? So you need to spend 50 willpower points to create
Yes.
altogether.
How would I do that?
You can spread the willpower across multiple shifts if you do not have enough willpower. So you spend 8 willpower points for 1 shift. And then I guess you take a stretch rest. Like this. And then we do a stretch rest right in the middle of the shift. So, like this. Oh, that wasn't meant to be private. Anyway. And... that gave you some willpower points back, and now you can spend for another shift another 3 because you don't want, because a shift has passed, you can, no, but we can do another stretch rest for you in the middle of that shift like this, and that gives you, okay, another willpower point. So now you've spent, what is it, 8 plus some during this day? You would have 8 plus 3 plus 1. So that's 12 willpower points of the 50 you need to conduct it. And that was just during 2 shifts, basically, of work. So that can work. So if you're doing like 2 shifts of traveling per day, and then in the evening shift, Kirov sits with his alchemy kit and works on the rest of the process, you can use 1 shift every 24 hours to make this process go on. And eventually you'll have a dose of something with blasting power. What do you think? That's homebrew. We don't have black powder in the official Dragonbane rules, but and I don't know if they will include it in the Brimstone Sleep, but they should, because one of the reasons why the Empire is here to mine sulfur is to build black powder with it. That and clearing wine, both are luxury efforts. Is that satisfactory to you, Kiro?
Yeah, but if all the magicians are learning magic from each other on downtime,
You might as well, right?
yeah, might as well make some boom booms.
Make some boom booms. Kirov makes boom booms. All right, I can actually advance that yet again, not reducing your healing time, but giving you a stretch rest at the start of the evening shift. That gives you 5 more willpower points that you can spend. Boom! So you have now spent another 5 willpower points. How many have you spent in total now for your work here? A note here. I'll put it in. You've spent, what did we say? We said 12, 17 then, right?
Yeah, probably.
That's not bad for a day of work, right? Kirov is probably setting up his own little shelter in this camp. It's not easy to work in the storm, mind you, so you need to have proper isolation from the wind and particularly the rain. Everything will get wet otherwise. But you're sitting there with your alchemical compounds, you're putting up a little fire, the beaker's bubbling, and you have powders, and you have a mortar and pestle, and you're grinding them, and it's long and tedious work, and by the time this day is over, Kirov will be very tired indeed, and probably want to go to sleep. Of course, we do have the question of who is going to stay and take first shift guard in the evening. Anyone could do this.
Can do it.
Very well, Kolefteva will take first shift guard in the evening. Which means that everybody else gets to get a full night's rest in the evening already, unless you want to... no, except Kirov, because he's working on his powder still. But everybody else can take a full shift rest, which is easy enough, because you haven't actually taken any damage yet. And who's going to do the night shift for the group?
I can do night shift.
Very well. Wild will do the night shift. Good for you. That means that Kirov gets to rest up everything again.
I think this is the most intense willpower burning Kirov's ever done.
Yes, that is very probable. Then we're gonna have...
It cleared, I was just about to do the shift rest, but then it seemed to do it for me. But I didn't lose time off my concussion clock.
Oh no! Let's make sure that you lose time off your concussion clock. It should be down to 3 now.
Okay, and I've just realised Kirov is making black powder while concussed.
It's a great idea! It's slightly better weather now. You can all get up on the glacier today. Yay! We'll all start out with a hearty breakfast, of course. We're in the wilds with Wild, after all. And he will remove 3 more food from the ration supply. And up on Kmorda we go. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit snowy today, but not terribly. And who is very happy to be back up on the glacier, don't you? The moment you get back up on the glacier, you will hear a big sigh of relief from Parma, who is just... Kmorda is... It is always good to get back to Kamorda, don't you know? And she's gonna lie down and listen to the glacier for a moment before she tells you, "Come now, let's go." And she's still walking around in sandals on top of this glacier. Is that fair, I ask you?
That's
Oh,
just
should we-
crazy.
Yeah.
Do we blow the horn now to get the giants on their way to the temple so we arrive at about the same time?
Oh, are you gonna be at the temple, or are you gonna? Because the temple. So if we go back to the map here, you're presently here. The Iron Tower is over here. The temple, that would be a slight detour.
Oh yeah, that will be a detour. But I guess it's just a question of where we agreed to meet the giants.
Wherever you blew the horn, basically.
All right, so I guess we could go to the, and they arrive pretty quickly, don't they?
Oh yeah, they know that you are going to the Iron Tower eventually. With a little bit of luck, they're already there waiting for you. How long could it take some giants to walk from Biltan to Baelton and then to the Iron Tower? You've spent more time now doing Crewery and the Dragon's Nest, the Dragon's Lair and everything else.
So we probably don't need to blow the horn. We can just meet at like a prearranged meeting point.
That's
near
what the
Iron
horn is
Tower.
Look,
for.
could they carry us to move faster?
They could, but if they are by the Iron Tower, I think the point was that you blow the tower, they're somewhere nearby, they hear you, they come. So that's why you have have the horn. You blow the horn. You blow the tower. No, you don't blow the tower. That's just silliness. Anyway.
We will blow the tower. We may blow the tower if Kiro
Yeah.
gets the tower to it.
That is, you might blow up the tower. Yes, this is a fair point. All right, so it's gonna be a long walk across the ice again. 3 or 4 days up here, definitely. But Parama is, as always, quite the happy camper. And she will start telling you all about the different types of ice that you can see around you and how lovely it is to be on top of Kamorda this time of year, even with the snow coming down. At this particular time, the weather is... It's actually not too bad. You're in the May now, so it's above freezing. Definitely above freezing. Or May. You're in Minda. You're in the 5th month of the year. That's 6 months of the year even. So, like early 6 months of the year. Yeah, it's going to be quite comfortable up here. Which means that there will be puddles on the glacier because it's melting, right? It's summertime. And you will hear in the cracks between the ice, you can hear that clear sound of streams of meltwater rushing through inside the ice, all sorts of cracks and crevices and whatnot. Parama is a little bit sentimental over that because Kamorda is suffering during the summer from the great heat. Kamorda suffers sometimes during the summer because it's very hot and then, well, she bleeds her waters that are life-giving and nourishing to the lands around. But it is the sacrifice and the cycle of nature, she will explain. So, a long day of walking across the glacier, and you know what? Nothing happens today. It's just walking and walking. And some of you are happier than others, and you don't even have to roll for cold checks here because now the temperature, the spring has arrived. It's not warm by any standards. Wearing a proper fur is still nice, but yeah, summer has arrived around here, so it's comfortable enough for you to walk around without having to roll cold checks. All this in, what, a week since you arrived on this island first? Something like that? We're making camp again.
Something like that.
Who's making camp?
I can try. Oh, that's right.
No, he's doing for himself and his gang, because each tent
Yeah,
can only
okay.
take so many people. So we have
Yeah.
Kirov, Halveld. Where's Eva?
Yeah.
This was from a time when she didn't exist yet in the group. And Lil Babs. So that's as many as we can cramp into one tent. I think that 6 people fit into a single tent. So they'll have their tent and you'll have your tent. See? It's very organized here. And yeah, you'll get a good night's sleep. Kirov will keep working on his concoctions, which is going to be another 8 willpower points into that, plus a stretch rest, right?
Yeah.
So let's go with that. A stretch rest gives you 1 entire willpower back. So that means that you've spent 9 willpower on your black powder now. So we're up to 26. Yay, that's halfway done. Who is taking the evening shift here to keep a watch out? We're into a pattern now, aren't we? Wild and Khaleftev are taking turns.
Yeah, who took the last turn?
You took the night shift, and Wild took the evening shift, so you can do it the same way again. Regardless, I'm not going to force you to roll awareness, because it's another night that passes without anything happening to y'all. How happy are we? You have traveled a full day across the glacier, which is going to have us be about maybe there-ish. Yeah, that's some solid progress done, right? And then you all died. What?
Yeah.
This is nothing if not teasing Glacier. The day starts out nice enough. Everybody can recover their willpower points. Looking at you, Kirov. The day starts nice enough. It's a little bit misty. The rain, or in this case, the snow is gone. No, it's very quiet. No wind at all. And maybe a little bit of snowflakes here and there. And you start making your march again. And as you do, the weather turns and becomes a full blizzard again. Because we can't go too long without a proper blizzard around here. Every time we travel across the glacier, there has to be a blizzard. At least once. And because there's a blizzard, someone is going to have to roll a making camp bushcraft check. Because you have a large tent, it is a bonus, but because it's a blizzard and it's so windy, I'm going to remove one. I'm going to give you a bane, so it's just a straight up bushcraft roll this time. Otherwise, you'll all be cold. Okay, apparently you won't be cold because Wild knows. He's been in the mountains before. He knows how this stuff works. The cold don't bother you anyway. You'll have an excellent circulation place where you have enough tarp to protect Grotto and Grotto. You have fire made that is protected from the wind, and 2 nice tents. It's almost like a triangular model here. And then you're all sitting together for another full day, apparently, as the wind is just howling and screaming outside and shaking the tent walls really hard. Which means that Kirov gets another opportunity to work his, not magic, but alchemy. So that's going to be another 8 willpower points, right? Into the black powder. Which brings us to 34. And then we take a shift rest. A stretch rest. Which brings us to another 5. So now you're at 39. And then that's just the first shift. Then we have the second shift. During which Kirov will yet again... We're moving that one forward. No. And then stretch rest. Only 2 willpower points for this afternoon. Very sad. But you're at 41 points now. You're very close to completing a blasting charge. And then we do another one of these. And we do another one of these. He's working like 3 shifts today. And that's another 5 willpower points. Good for you, Kirov. 46 now. Almost done. Probably need just 1 more shift of work to get this done. You've consumed your ingredients, but you will have a blasting power blast, a thing that can blast stuff. Like basically a stick of dynamite or something, but not dynamite because it's black powder. So it's, I don't know. How does that organize? Is it like in a pipe, like a pipe bomb or something like that? Which means that we all get another nice, lots of sleep. And this time, the blizzard doesn't stay. It's just a little bit of snowflakes. Just a little bit of snowflakes. And so we head out yet again across the glacier. What are we talking about when we're doing this? Because it's you're spending days together camping.
Kirov is just concussed, stressed, and exhausted from making the black powder. He's probably just like muttering about alchemical theory about like green lions swallowing the sun.
Ah,
and
yes.
Stuff like that.
Yeah. Parima would love to be able to comfort you, but she doesn't know how to. She can't remove willpower damage, unfortunately. I guess the good news is that Kirov's concussion is going to be gone by the time you get to the Iron Tower, mostly because it was bad weather. We arrive yet again at the evening time. Roll for making camp again, Wild Wolfbane.
With a boon this time?
Absolutely a boon this time, because you have a tent and it's just not bad enough weather.
Yeah. Ooh.
You failed?
Yeah, that's
How dare you? Okay, Wild, everybody's looking at you now here, looking to you to fix this.
Alright, I'll try again, I guess.
You succeed!
There we go. All right.
Yeah. Wild got angry. Ah! Why is this failing me? That's a bold choice, isn't it? To get angry? Isn't that... Isn't Bushcraft key to intelligence? Yes, it is.
Oh, okay.
Getting
Maybe I
angry
should've
should
gotten...
gotten you. The next time you do Bushcraft, you will have a...
Yeah.
But you will hopefully have a chance to rest first, because now is your time
Yeah.
when... No, you keep watching the evening, and then it's Eva who does the overnight. So then you get your anger back again. And this is, of course, our time for Kirov the Large to do his thing. He gets back into his lab there, and we spend 8 willpower points for him, don't we? We don't need to spend... We only need to spend 4. And then he'll be done. And we take a stretch rest up on that, and then he gets 1 willpower point back. Point back. You now have a charge of black powder. So, I'm going to add to your inventory.
Well, he needs to go on one of the donkeys because I'm...
That's fair.
Oh.
So maybe we'll blow up a donkey. I'm sure it's going to be fine. Grotto. Yeah, we can add one too. So charge of black powder. There we go. It's on Grotto's. It's in Grotto's collection of things now. You can recover your willpower, by the way, Kirov.
Do we each have a healing potion?
Not sure. Some of you have a healing potion.
And I think I used mine.
We should be like a military unit, all keeping their first aid kit in the same place on their body. We should all have the healing potion in the same equivalent pocket. So that if one of us goes down, we can always use the casualties potion first. Completes his black powder, and then his concussion finally heals. And that would be weird if the concussion was so bad it like removed his memory of the entire journey across the ice. So it's like, why the hell do I have this black powder?
Huh. What is going on here? Anyone else is an alchemist in this group? This is amazing. All right. Final day across the glacier, according to Parima. And that might be true. Once again, the weather has turned, though it is not so bad so as you can't travel. It is, however, windy and snowy, which is really annoying because it makes it harder to travel. Not impossible, just harder. And because it is so windy and snowy, I'm going to ask everyone for this shift to roll Bushcraft check to not take cold damage. Let's go! The donkeys will automatically fail, obviously. If you have a fur, you do get to check that. Well, Halveld failed. Do we want him to spend a condition on this? Might as well. He is going to be exhausted, so as so many other times. That is very much like him, isn't it? Oh, dang it. Did I just... Okay. There we go. Exhausted. Halveld becomes exhausted and succeeded with a dragon. So he is in fact not going to suffer any frost damage. Khleftera, roll Bushcraft, please.
Already rolled.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I didn't see it. Kiro failed. Khleftera succeeded. How about that? You've been out in the wilds before. Kirov becomes angry and fails. Huh. It's cold out here, Kirov. It's cold.
Especially angry because this is affecting him so badly, since his coat is basically already a tent with sleeves.
Exactly. You will lose a d6 hit points and a d6 willpower because of the cold. This has not been Kirov's easiest journey ever.
D6 hit points. 3. D6. 2.
There is a heroic ability that can increase both willpower and hit points. Not at the same time, but there's one for each. Just so you know, for the future, when you might need that. Who knows when? Okay, I'm just fixing a thing here. Because they had stuff too. So we're gonna go with a fur to them as well. And maybe Dita will use her adaptive ability here to use her acrobatics to stay warm instead. It's good to be
We're all
human,
just
isn't it,
we're all
Kiro?
just sort of trudging along the glacier, and she's backflipping.
Yeah, she needs to keep herself warm, so she's doing like somersaults and roly-polies and all sorts of other such tools to keep warm. Gistaki, in the meantime, here, he... oh dear, we need to do some work here on the inventories. Gone. Okay, one more. There. Gone. And then he can have a fur too, because they knew they were going on to a glacier, and glaciers are cold. He's also terrible with bushcraft. He is amazing with swords. How about sneaking? I feel like that's a better rationale. He's just sneaking across the snow this time, and yeah, he'll succeed as well. Rober doesn't have to fall to such simple tricks as using his adaptive abilities here, because he's good at this type of stuff to begin with. So, bushcraft it is. And he doesn't suffer either. So here we go. None of our NPCs suffer from the cold. I don't even have to roll for Parama, right? We all know that Parama isn't bothered by winter so far. So that's going to take us all the way to the edge of the glacier. By evening time today. And it is time to blow the horn and make camp. So, Wild Wolfbane, why don't you make your camp?
Alright.
Why didn't you rule with a bone? You have a bone.
I did.
Oh,
am I
it's
still
because
angry, or
you're
did
angry.
I have a shift?
Okay. So this time, a mishap might happen if you do not push that roll.
It's become dazed.
Yeah. That's better. Okay.
Alright.
This last little bit of traveling here has been
Yeah.
a bit, let's say. But Rober, he is reliable. He sets up the camp without problems at all for him and his friends. Did anyone want to blow the horn tonight? Or are we waiting?
I guess we can call them in so they can be coming to us, and we'll definitely be here by morning.
Alright. That makes sense. Blow it and then go to sleep and eat it when we wake up.
Yeah, I guess that does
Yeah.
make sense. Yeah, you need to have a performance check here, right? To blow the right tune.
Oh, that's not me. I have a 5 in performance, so someone else can blow it.
Who has good performance?
I have a 6.
That is not good performance.
Nope.
Also has a 6, but he's just angry enough to think he's going to do great at this.
He did not.
I can try.
I mean-
Throws to the horn.
Oh no, I'm
Right.
disheartened. No, I won't even try.
Let's see now. Deidre has a lot of performance, and she's played music before, so she can try. You need her, don't you?
Yeah.
She will blow the horn for you. There we go. And you notice again that as she is playing the tune, the snow and ice in front of the horn just gets pushed away, and the wave coming from the horn gets stronger and stronger the longer she blows this horn to produce the music needed to summon the giants. In the end, when she's done, there's a wall of snow that has just been built up some dozens of meters away from you guys. But yeah, by nightfall, there's gonna be giants. Of course, you're still on the glacier, so you know what giant can't come here? If you guessed at Robald, you were right.
I'm sure he'll meet us later.
But here they are. Great Thule and Basimor. You can hear the steps from them long before they arrive. You can see them long before they arrive. They have armored up. Oh yeah, they're dressed for combat now. You know what that means.
We're going behind them.
That makes sense. Basimor! You've never met Basimor, have you?
Did we?
No, you didn't. You only met Great Thule.
Okay.
So Basimor, he has a very round face with coarse features, a bit of a flat nose. He has donned an iron cauldron as a helmet. And he has basically stitched together a tunic out of polar bear pelts. And on his legs, he has fastened... You don't even know what that is. It's some kind of carapace? Like huge carapace. That function like his leg greaves, basically. And he is having in his enormous hand an equally enormous axe. It's a great axe for a giant. So you don't want to get in front of that. Like, this will chop people in half. Great Thule, he has donned as his helmet a bell.
This reminds me of an analysis of that Game of Thrones episode where where they have a giant in an attack. I think it's where they go after Ramsay Bolton, and the giant just ends up dead at the end because just stuck full of arrows. And all the people who knew about like medieval warfare were saying how ridiculous it was that they didn't make the giant a shield or like some armor. And one thing they said they could have made his armor out of was just like loads and loads of like roof tiles attached together. They would have made like on a giant sort of scale mail.
Yeah, that would make sense actually. Why not? Pincushion giant is not what giants want to be. As Great Thule comes to you, he's gonna bow towards Parima, which looks a bit weird because she is so small and he is so big. And he will tell his son to do the same. Let me introduce you to my son. This is Basimor. He's a strong young fellow. That's what he is. Basimor will look at all of you. Hello, little people. I heard about the outrage at the monastery, at the temple. We are here to avenge and take the battle to... And he starts getting very hot under his collar. And yeah, he's clearly motivated to fight.
I guess Kirov will ask them if they've, since they've been here a bit before us, if they've scouted out the tower and if there's anything particularly noticed about what's going on there.
Oh, no, not much, says Great Thule. If we were to do such scouting, then the little people would see us quickly, and they have these flying little beasts that fly around in the air and can see things very far away, so we don't consider it very wise for us to do the scouting. Someone small, you should do that, surely, says Great Thule.
How small? Like a rat or a person?
Oh, you have a rat? Huh.
Yes.
It's so small and puny, says Great Thule. That's charming. I can hardly see it in my elder days. It's very small. But I suppose a rat like that could scout ahead quite well, yes. We would have to stay, probably a long way away. But the good news is, as we go through the pass, there's a lot of mountains for us to hide behind. It's not going to be like the Glacier, where people can see us from far away.
So how far away are we from the Iron Tower at the moment?
About a day's journey. Because, again, you have to get through the mountains.
And so what do we think? Should we mention that Rabald is coming too, or should we just leave that to be a surprise?
We should probably bring it up.
Are you going to tell them that you're getting Ronald? Or are we... No, that's in the morning, isn't it? Because you're going to sleep now. Alright, let's see what the weather gods have prepared for you on this morning. Apparently just exactly the same weather. It is time to leave the glacier. And it's still going to be miserable weather up here. It's like spring, but no, because mountains. It won't be a rainstorm, though. It's just regular rain. And windy. So it's basically the same weather you had yesterday. Except now with 2 giants. 3, actually, because, we'll have Bald joining in. Robald Niding, or as he's known in English, Rabald the villain. They're so big! I think that was the point, wasn't it? Yeah, obviously when the other 2 giants spot him, they may or may not be very happy. I think they just ignore him. Great Thule and Bossimor will look his way, see that he's coming, as he's coming out from behind a big rock. Oh, but he doesn't say anything, Robald. He's just, I'm here now. Chinese? Soon. And Bossimor and Great
we're gonna
Thule...
go get shinies.
Bossimor and Great Thule look at each other, look at you. I think Bossimor will be the one who is gonna address the giant in the room. That's how you talk about that when it's about giants, isn't it? Oh, look here. Robald, he is a villain. Not an honorable champion at all. Do we really want to fight side by side with such a creature? Robald growls a little under his breath.
I'm thinking we need all the allies we should get. for this fight, so yes.
Great Thule will. Yes, you are not wrong, little one. Perhaps this will be a chance for Rawbald to redeem himself in the eyes of the clan and return to the Glacier. Oh, I'll never take a thing that isn't mine again, says Rawbald, and lowers his head in supplication to the great giant with the long white beard. Isn't that charming? We have a family reunion here or something. You have to admit that was touching or something.
It was something.
It was something, okay? Yeah, it was something.
Left there, I thought it was very touching.
Alright, let's move. We're leaving the glacier and going into areas where Perma has never been before. So now we need a bushcraft check to find the way properly, because we're walking through the mountains. So who is gonna do that?
Did we have a rest at all in between that, or?
Oh, you've rested over the night, yeah.
Okay. Get rid of all my conditions.
Indeed.
Oh,
Are
okay.
you the ones who are doing the...
Yeah, it was a few things. Yeah, I was
here?
doing all the bushcraft, so it was.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a bushcraft to lead the way, so that makes sense.
Okay. But no boon this time, right?
No boon this time.
Yeah.
Oh, my man. Wild. Why are you hurting us so?
Someone else can try.
I can try.
Look at Khlefteva.
Okay.
No, Kiro,
What?
apparently. This is the way. Wild, you're wrong. All right. You roll per shift when it comes to bushcrafting. What did I just roll for you guys? Huge something happens and everybody dies. Is that what happens now? Oh, also,
we've got three huge somethings with us, so it would have to be
Yes.
something really big.
you do. Unfortunately, as you're starting to travel through the mountains, we have to stop the journey because one of the donkeys take a wrong step, and we have to begin again tomorrow with this journey, unfortunately. So we're gonna draw even more field rations. Can draw some from, I guess, Wild Wolfbane. Let's see, how many field... Oh, you don't have any field rations left, do you? Yeah, you have 3 rations left. Okay.
I have 3.
Yeah, so let's remove all of those. And then we need one more from someone. Khlefteva, do you have any field rations on you?
Yep.
Oh, plenty. Nice. So if I click on that and make it 7. There. You're still good. Still gonna get a little bit tricky getting back home again, but that's okay, isn't it? Ish.
That's okay.
Still don't have
So-
food in the tower. They have to eat too, right?
Do they now?
Yeah, like in aviation, where bingo fuel is where you just have enough fuel left to get back to base. Are we now at bingo food?
Right? Probably, in fact. Okay, Min to the 14th. Let's go. We're gonna get to that freaking mountain finally, aren't we? Of course, that also means More field rations will be spent. She is down to 3 field rations. And this has taken a lot longer than anyone expected it would. And Grotto do not have much of any field rations at all.
Whoever can hunt.
Oh, Wild can, but it takes a full shift.
Yeah.
Let's see now. We have... He doesn't have any field rations. Does she? I think she does. She needs to spend for her own group, of course. Yeah, there we go. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. She still has 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. You're okay for now in terms of field rations because Deidre has a lot in her backpack. Alright, let's try another pathfinding check here and hope that we don't have another mishap on the road.
Could I use my animal companion ability to find a bird that we could ask to show us the way?
No, but there are birds in the area, so you could use your animal companion to make a bird your companion. Roll a beast lore check, and if you succeed, you find a bird. And then you can ask the bird. Then Eva can ask the bird for the right way.
Ooh, nope, that
You
did not work.
scared the bird away. The bird does not want. No, you are big. Look at those fangs you have. You're a wolf for crying out loud. I'm not gonna get into your gullet. I'm out of here. Fly away.
This is what we're reduced to. Roll for bird.
Okay, if you're not gonna do it, then
So let's
Rober
do
will
the
do it.
bushcraft then.
Rober will roll the bushcraft since you confused city people won't.
Yeah.
He succeeded.
Uh,
Yeah, the weather is still appalling, very sadly. But he succeeded with the bushcraft check. It's windy, it's rainy because now you're in the mountains instead, and generally miserable as you're traveling through these mountains. Rober will have to roll another bushcraft check to get you all the way to the actual pass, the Goat Horn Pass that you're looking for. But he will do that. And he will succeed as well. I will ask everyone to... No, you're in warmer territory technically, but it's still mountains. So I'm going to ask everybody for a bushcraft check for cold in the mountains. But you only need to roll once because of the miserable weather. So... Exhausted, huh? Ha! Look at Dida. She actually made it. I don't know why I actually rolled her bushcraft, because she could just have done the whole willpower thing. And let's go with adaptive. In my opinion, if you're carrying full plate, I guess you get warm because you have all the gambits and stuff underneath. He knows... He has practiced a bunch of swordsmanship in his day, so he knows how to keep himself warm, right? So let's roll for the swords. It's good to be human. That's what it is. Did anyone fail the check? Let's have a look here. Eva failed your bushcraft check, but did you roll again? Yes, then you succeeded. Kirov has succeeded. Everyone is fine, in other words. Okay. Nobody takes any harm from the cold. And by the time the evening comes, you have reached the Goat Horn Pass, everyone. And that is when Great Thule has suggested that perhaps Khlefteva should send out her rat ahead and see if the rat might find something up there.
Okay, I'll whisper to Lil Bubs and ask for her for, I don't know, what should I ask her? Yeah, I'll just ask
Are there
her
bad
to,
guys ahead?
look around.
Are the bad
Yeah.
guys ahead? Something like that?
Yeah. And then I'll send her away.
Yeah, actually, what you do need to do is to activate your companion ability. No, that's for free, right? Isn't it? It's for free to do the whole sending things ahead, isn't it? I believe it
That's
is.
a good question.
Let me have a look.
What's the rat's capacity to communicate? Like, how much of what it sees will it be able to translate into words?
Animal, it can scout for you at no additional willpower cost. So yes, it will scout for you for free. Isn't that nice? Yeah, so you can just tell it to go ahead and scout, and it will basically be able to give warning that there's danger ahead. That's basically it. It's not going to be able to tell you, I saw 3 hydras and a great eagle, and I think it has rheumatism because it's very old. One is a female and one is a male of the hydras. I think they're trying to do that kind of detailed information you're not going to get. But what you are going to get is Lil Bob's screeching a little bit and then running away between the stones. And you will hear Great Thule and Bossimore both chuckle a little bit for themselves. It sounds almost like a little bit of thunder as they do that. And it's going to take a little while longer, maybe a full stretch time before the rat comes back and says to Lil Bob's, to Khlefteva, and you understand the squeaks mean
Exactly.
danger ahead.
Oh, okay. I'll tell my companions. There's so Zero Babs told me that there's a danger ahead. We should be careful.
Should we try sneaking on ahead?
Who wants to do that? Some of you are better than others at sneaking. It's pretty good.
I guess
But
I can try.
You can. What was that, Kirov?
I've got a decent sneak. I'll try as well. Okay,
Hero.
good.
And Khlefteva. There we go. Kirov is finally successful.
That would have been bad if he'd become angry and then failed as well. And then whatever the threat is, we'd just see this angry giant ant come crashing out of the path.
Brett, are you going up ahead or not?
Yeah, give me a second. I just need to reload my page really quick.
Okay, gotcha.
Go.
Kistaki is a very good sneak, but he is wearing the armor, so... I don't know if you want him to go up ahead and do things. But then again, you are also wearing the armor and sneaking anyway,
Yeah.
so... Are we pushing that?
Yeah, I'll try and push that.
You become scared. Which is not enough. Which means
So, okay.
Khlefteva doesn't even have to try to push her roll, because whatever you do, you're toast. It's all fine. Because, yeah, he has revealed you. That's what he has done. So, we're gonna put down Kirov the Large. And we're gonna put down Khlefteva. Why don't you actually roll anyway, so we know if you're hidden or not?
Oh,
So you can roll your check again.
okay.
Push it.
The sneaking?
Push it.
Oh, okay.
You'd have to push it. That worked. So you're also hidden. Though the entire group does get exposed. Yeah, you are sneaking yourself into this mountain pass. And Kirov... No, not Kirov. Wild. You take
Wild.
the wrong step on some rubble, and there's a large crackety crackle. And you can see ahead 3 actually white-skinned orcs that are immediately alerted to your presence. What do we do? Is
Well,
this
plan B.
initiative?
Time to attack. Yep.
Initiative! The skirmish has begun.
I'm just seeing a black screen. Do I need to
Oh,
refresh or am I not?
no, it's because for some reason your character doesn't have vision. No, it has vision enabled. Why are you just seeing a black screen? You shouldn't be just seeing a black screen. Are you still just seeing a black screen?
Yeah, I'll refresh.
It shouldn't be. Alright, so we have rolled some initiatives.
Oh.
Klefteva has a 9. Wild has a 19. And we'll see what Kirov gets. Once he rolls. Wild, this would have been a perfect place to be able to use the veteran heroic ability and keep that 19 for the entire fight. But you went for other things instead.
Next time.
Next time, yeah.
Now I can shoot 2 of them at once, though. So
You can. You are, in fact, a wild wolfkin, and you have nothing if not the initiative. And there are orcs, and they have seen you. And, yeah, what are you going to do? Arrgh!
I will try and shoot them with my arrow.
I am
With my
very
bow.
surprised. How
Are
is
they within
this
range,
possible?
or do I need to move further? What is
You
the range
have
for that?
a longbow, so your range is
Uh-huh.
100 meters. And they are at 37, so you're fine.
Okay. All right,
Short
yeah,
bow
let's
wouldn't be
do
able
that.
to reach, but yeah, who are you going to shoot at?
And I will do the twin shot.
Willpower
to
are
shoot 2 at
spent
once. Yep.
to shoot 2 hours at
So let's
once.
Just do the 2 right next to each other.
You shoot 2 hours instead of 1. Roll just 1
Yep.
to hit with a bane. Damage is rolled separately. They can be at 1 target or 2. So yeah, okay.
Yep. So I just roll once with a bane, correct?
Yes.
To see if I hit them.
Indeed.
I don't have to. Okay.
The arrows fly. 2 arrows from the same bowstring at once, or you're just rapid firing.
Yeah.
That is a hit. Roll damage. Twice, of course.
Let me roll twice.
So that is 6 on one of them, and how much on the other? 6! That's a very consistent shooting. Okay, they will have to try to... You know what? I think they're gonna... They do not have a shield, so they're gonna try to evade the arrows incoming. That's a failure, so... Ow. They don't even have armor. That's a terrible choice. And another one will try to evade. Succeeds! The arrow misses. But it has spent its action for this turn. So this one
And then-
cannot take action.
Oh.
It can run though. So
Yeah, I will say the things.
oh, did you want to run at all? You can do that.
I was gonna say, the thing up here, would that provide cover if I go right up here?
I'll allow it.
All right.
Okay, so this thing here has evaded, but can run towards you, and will do so and find cover behind here, because that seems like a good idea. And it's just rah! Kirov, you're up.
I guess I will take a shot at the injured one that I have a clear shot on.
Go ahead. Do you have a clear shot? Yeah, you do have a clear shot. Okay then. For some reason, they can't see you, but you can see them. And it has already tried to evade, so it can't evade anymore this turn. That's a hit. Roll damage. 5. That's a bit sad, but it is enough. Where do you hit the thing to put it out of its misery?
Because this is like because of the range, the arrow's coming down at a fairly steep angle, and it just pins it like through the shin or something. And although it looks like it shouldn't have been a fatal shot, just like combined blood loss and like blood pressure drop just takes it down. But the leg stays planted in the place where the arrow went through it and pinned it to the ground.
So it's stuck in to one place and then lies backwards. Yeah. Eva, your turn. There are trees here, which means that there are roots.
Ooh. I want to try out my
Ensnaring roots. The only problem is the ensnaring root has a distance of 10 meters, so you need to get much closer to do it. Because right now you are 38 meters away.
Okay, but can I walk towards the roots and flick at the same time?
You can, yeah. You have a movement of 12 yards, so you can go 12 meters forwards, which is 6 squares, and then you can do a flick.
6 squares. Wait.
Yeah,
meters?
that's 6 meters. You can go another 6, so 12 meters in total. You can get behind cover too if you want to, like behind one of these rocks or something.
Oh, okay. And I'll go behind the rocks.
There we go. And then you're flicking a guy.
Yeah.
Because you can. Let's
'Cause
see.
I can.
What is the range of the flick? Unfortunately, it's also 10 meters. You can't do it. Yeah.
Okay.
They're too
next
far
time.
away. Which means that you can move even further forwards to some rubble or something. Unless you want to keep your action to evade. That's a thing too. Anyone shooting at you has a bane for you being behind cover, but if they do hit, you get to use your skill to not get hit. Alright, so this orc warrior will take cover behind some... Wait a minute. This isn't the right orcs. Okay, so it is the right orcs after all. Okay.
And a bit of an identity crisis, but
Yes,
they're better now.
yeah, okay, it is the right one. So this orc doesn't have a clear shot apparently at Eva, but does have a shot at Kirov. Did you take cover at all?
What would count as cover on this?
I guess this tree over here. You do have your 12 movement, so you could be up here if you want to.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if like how much of this steep cliff we could get up with, but yeah, if I can get up there, I'll go.
All right. So the orc will have to try and hit you while you are not in the open. Let's shoot either Kirov or Wild, because they did hurt someone, while Eva seems to be a completely harmless opponent. That's going to be Wild. We're going to shoot Wild with a bow. They have a bow, and unfortunately it's a short bow, so the short bow only has a range of 30 yards. It's just exactly in range for you, Wild. Just in range. All right. It's going to be a bane because you are behind cover, but they try. And misses. The arrow goes wide. It just flies through the air, and it's above you, which is I think it actually hits on your cover because it would have hit you otherwise. Clearly. All right, that means that we're gonna clear the initiative for everyone, because who knows who gets to do things in what order next turn. 1 orc down, 2 orcs left. Hero has a 9. Wild has a 5. Tell you need the veteran ability sooner or later. Khlefteva, let's go. How
Next
will
on the
you
list.
roll? How will you roll on your initiative? Khlefteva? Where are you?
Yep.
Are you rolling your initiative? For the new turn?
Nope, I'm gonna do it now.
Good. Good for you. Let's see. Not good enough, I guess. So. An orc warrior acts first this turn. Dun dun dun. That is how initiative works around here. He's going to shout a few words to his colleagues and then he runs away. Off the map, into the distance.
Crap.
Khlefteva, you're up.
If I run after them, will I be able to catch up?
It depends on how fast they move and how fast you move.
I think I'm probably one of the fastest characters. If I can try and catch up with them if you take care of the other orc.
Okay. I'll.
Yeah,
wait,
you have a
where's
movement
the
of
other
16, which is just scary.
orc?
Alright, so how are you going to take care of the other orc then, Khlefteva?
I'll start with moving closer. How far can I move?
You can move. You have on the character sheet, on the main tab, you have your movement under profession. It says movement and 12. So 12 is how far as you can move and take an action.
Okay.
There you go.
How far is it to the?
The orc is here. And the closest orc. And you cannot reach it yet with a flick. Or anything else for that matter. Right now you're exposed right in the open. No cover at all. There's some rocky stuff over here that you can run to get cover. But that means that you would use your action possibility to get cover instead of rolling for evade when they try to kill you. So it's up to you. Do you want to have an action? Are you standing in the open ready to dodge for cover? Or are you going to dodge for cover and trust to the cover that the cover does the job?
I'm gonna stand in the open.
Alright, so you keep your action to do an evade, possibly. Kirov! You have a bow. It is in range. You're going to have a negative die, Bane, because the orc is in fact in cover.
Is there any way I could move to, say, there that would bring the orc out of cover, that would give me a clear shot on him?
I'd say you had to move even further. So, like, along this line here, basically. Yeah.
I'll
It's
move
dug in
anyway.
pretty well.
I'll move up to there anyway, just so as long as we're just making progress.
Yeah.
It's not. Alright, let me move now. Yeah, and I will take the shot from here.
And now you're in the open. They can shoot you. On the other hand, you shoot them first.
I think this is more like making as much progress as possible, so we've got a chance of catching up with the one who ran away.
That makes sense. Oh no!
Ooh.
Mishap! What mishap befalls you, Kiro? Roll for mishap. You're like, huh? It's in the chat messages.
Yeah.
You can click the table there.
So,
You drop your weapon. You're running up and you just fumble it and it's lying in front of you like the bow and the arrow. And huh? Oh no. Which brings us to Wild. And apparently you're going to ignore this guy and try to run after the other one. You have a move if you want to dash of 32. Because wolfkin are
Would that
nothing
be
if not
enough
fast.
to try and catch up?
It
How
is
far
enough
is
to
30?
try. You don't know how fast they move, but your typical average sentient being moves at a movement rate of 10, which would be a 20. So you're probably not going to catch up this round, but you would get yourself. So this thing started how far away from you? 23 meters away. It would now be, if it moves according to typical sentient beings, it would now be 43 meters away, and you could cut that down to 8
Yeah, let's do that.
if you were dashing. All right, so you're just running past this thing
Yeah.
like a fury. 40, 24, and 30. Yeah, you're gonna make it up there and be again completely in the open. So
Yeah.
the orc has a chance to shoot 3 completely in the open people. It's gonna choose to shoot wild because wild is right there. And
Would it get a bang because it's a moving target?
okay, no, because then we have nullified
Oh.
the whole evade point, right? That's the technique here.
Yeah.
It'll just shoot you in the back, and it hits. Stump. Okay, how much damage does that do? A D10, in fact. Six damage, wild. Minus your 3, so that's 3 damage. Because you have your studded
not
leather and your
terrible.
helmet.
Yeah.
So it's not the worst you've ever used. Ugh! The arrow glances against your side, and you can feel the pain, the throbbing pain. It's like a heavy bash on your back. It's probably gonna bruise a little bit until tomorrow, but it's nothing enough to slow you down or anything. All right, that means that we're gonna go to round 2. And we are going to clear the initiative from everyone yet again. Actually, round 3, but who's counting? Oh no, I think the orc might be done. Okay, Khlefteva, you are first this time. Yeah, here is the orc. You can move to within 10 meters of this orc. And there we go. And now you can do ensnaring roots or whatever you like. Finally, your hour has come. It's just behind the tree, which is perfect because there are roots there.
Yeah, very rude.
Very well. So, the victim is ensnared by roots and branches and unable to move. Breaking free requires an evade roll with a boon at power level 1 and with a boon at power level 3. So, how much willpower are you putting into this as you are reaching out to the roots? All the roots around you. Power level 2. You're feeling under your ground with your feet, with your entire being, the root system of that tree, and it wakes up and it feels your command and it crackles to life, and lo and behold, the orc is restrained by all the roots that burst out of the ground and just wrap around it. Oh no! Oh no! Says the orc. Kirov, you're up.
I will move up to over here, so I've got an definitely clear shot.
Yep. Yeah, that is a clear shot. And a boon for this thing being ensnared, I'm gonna say.
Oh wait, I had to pick up my bow.
Oh, yes, you do. So that's an action. So that's all you do this turn. You run and
That's all
you
I'm
picked
doing
it up.
this.
Yep.
Yeah, if that's all I'm doing this turn, I'll be down. Instead, I'll be down behind this tree, so that I'm in cover.
That makes sense. Yeah. Now, we're off map here a little bit, Wild. Does the map wrap around? If we put you here, just for the sake of abstraction here, and the other orc who was 8 away from you. There we go. So if I add that one to the fight, and we'll find out what initiative that one is on. It wraps around. It's madness. Okay, so it's gonna run 20 yards this turn. and you're gonna run your 32.
So how much can I run and still do an action?
You can run 16 and still do an action. Oh, not re-roll initiative. That wasn't at all what I
Oh,
wanted to do.
no,
It doesn't
that's
matter
not what I
this
was
time.
trying
Clear
to do.
movement history. There we go. So
Yeah.
you can roll. You can run that far, and
Far.
then you can shoot the thing. I guess
Let's
because it's
do
running.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll have to abstract that. It's further down in the mountain pass. The orc is screaming, "Alarm! Alarm! Alarm!" And you are shooting that orc. I guess
Let's-
until it dies?
I'll-
I don't know.
Yeah, I'll do another twin shot.
Oh man. You are weird being
I make
rough.
sure I get it out in one hit.
Just roll with a bane.
Oops. I forgot a
That
bane.
was not a
That's my bad.
bane.
I know.
Okay,
I
we're gonna
forgot.
fix that, sir. I am not giving you the check mark on that
That's
bow.
fair.
There we go. So you rolled with the bane and you missed. Two arrows
Become disheartened. Now
flying.
try again.
No doubt. Like, it's gonna get away! And now you hit. It's
Yeah.
not gonna get away.
Yeah.
That was
4.
less
That's pretty
impressive.
They
sad.
get away.
It will get away if you're all like
Jeez.
that.
Oh my god.
The arrows, they're just doing... Just by one head, maybe like you hit the ear with one shot and then it just scratches the leg with the other, but it's just not enough. This orc is just keeping running. Oh man. Is it caught in the clutches of the wolfkin? Or will it finally be able to escape? Who knows? Okay, the orc warrior over here will in fact try to evade, to get out of the sticky spot it is currently in. It fails. It is still ensnared. Which means that we go to round 4, actually. There we go. And we do initiatives again, because none of you all got yourselves the veteran ability. Okay, the orcs are ahead of you. Which is sad, isn't it, Wild? Because if the orc wasn't ahead of you, you could catch it up with it and just kill it. But no, it has to be fast little bugger, doesn't it? This orc will try to evade yet again and try to get out of this grip. That, nope, absolutely not. So that didn't work. The other orc is... okay. You know what? How far away are you? Okay, it's gonna charge you instead. So I guess it didn't run away.
Alright. That makes it easier for me then.
Maybe it's gonna attack you with a mace. And it fails. Swings that mace at you. And you don't even have to evade. Your life is so much easier now. It's right on top of you. I don't think you want to attack it with a bow again, though.
No, I will use Sturmendring this time. Well, actually, the longsword does more damage.
Okay, then. Sturmendrunk technically does more damage, because 2d6 is more than a...
Does it?
Oh, not 2d8 is actually more. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
That's a fail. You pull out your long sword and you're trying to stab him, and
No, let
no
me become
stabby.
angry.
No stabby.
Come on.
You are very angry and just
Yeah.
waves the sword around to no avail. Cleftiva, you have entangled the orc. What might we do with an entangled orc?
Hmm. Is there another orc over
No,
here?
it's dead. Dead.
No,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Okay.
He's lying down,
good to know.
sprawl on the ground, 2 arrows sticking out. You can flick him,
Can I-
or you can sling him.
Can I try to talk to the ensnared orc?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Orc, what do you want from us?
Nothing. Just keeping watch. Go away. That's it. Kirov, what do you want to do?
I'll put an arrow into him.
And let's put him out of his misery. Boon on the arrow.
Oh.
You forgot the boon, sir. Will we get
Hit anyway.
Yeah, you hit anyway. You never know. If you roll a critical success, then it's double damage, right? Nah! It screams at you as you're shooting at it with no mercy at all.
So shall I roll another d20 just to see
Yeah.
what I'd...
Because if you roll a critical success, then you have, in fact, a check mark for your skill. But you didn't, so roll damage. That was not very convincing. At this point, we're just torturing him a little bit, aren't we? Ah! Oh, you bastards!
Can I flick him?
What was that?
Can I flick him? I think it will help.
You took an action to talk to him, so no.
Oh.
Here
All right.
comes the war crimes now. Just
Here comes the war crimes, folks! We have been waiting. Roll another initiative, my friends. The orcs will once again have... Oh, one of them will once again have initiative on you. Which is the one who is entangled. Is gonna try to get out of this entanglement again and fails. Poor orc. Will not get out. Kirov, do your thing.
This time.
Yes, hopefully. You might roll a 2 on the damage again.
I'll get a boon.
Yes, of course. He's still stuck in the same root entanglement. He should have gotten out by now, but that was so close to a double 20. Okay. Okay, finally. So, how do you kill him?
I think this one just a straight shot through the head.
Thump. Ah! One moment
And that
you're
will
talking to an orc, Eva, and the second it's just an arrow right through his head, and that's it.
Oh, no. I want to look away.
Yeah.
And I'll use my movement to head towards Wild to... If he doesn't finish this off quickly, I'll...
be there to help at least. Yeah.
So I'm removing you from that side, and then I'm bringing you back from the other. Not that I really think it's gonna be necessary. So you'd be down there, and you'd be like there or something. Yeah. All right. Wild, you have the initiative against the final orc warrior who is trying his best to survive.
Yeah.
But you have a sword, and
Good.
okay, let's block that. We're blocking that with a mace. Thank you very much. We don't want to get hurt. It's a success. Clang!
jeez.
This means you can still get to roll damage because you might break the hammer, the mace.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It has a durability of 12. And you roll a 16? Okay. You have broken his mace completely in two. It is deleted. You just chop it in two. That mace is done. The
With
orc
that,
warrior
with
kept
that
doing
many
it.
success points, you should chop it in two lengthwise.
Yeah.
Okay, Khalefdeva, do you want to hurry after here to maybe... Oh! Are we talking about another ensnaring action?
Yeah, I'll run after them.
Okay, so I'm going to move you this way now, because 8, 12, that's as far as you get, so you're going to be basically just off the map there, which means, unless you want to dash, of course, in which case you can get even further. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there, which means that you don't actually get to take an action this turn to ensnare the orc, but next turn you will. So we are on round 6, and everybody rolls initiative yet again. This was supposed to be 3 simple orcs to kill, and here we are. This guy is humped, honestly, because he's out of all the options of, you can shoot it. You can move and shoot.
I'll come along here so
Yep.
that I've got a better angle on it. Then I will take the shot.
It tried to get away. You have to give it bonus points for trying to get away. That's a hit. Thup. It doesn't have much of a choice, does it? It's gonna have to try to evade that. Desperately clinging to life, failing miserably. Roll damage.
I did. It was 13.
13.
Okay, it's done. How do you kill it?
This one, I think, yeah, just as it's staring at what's left of its mace, like with its arm up, I just get it through the armpit straight into the heart.
And so, endeth the session with the dramatic stopping of the orcs who would otherwise have raised the alarm. Maybe it is the fact that our adventurers are still not discovered, the alarm bells have not sounded in the Iron Tower just yet. So next session, join us again when the adventurers will finally get to the Iron Tower and whatever awaits them there. What could it be other than death for everyone? Don't forget to subscribe and follow and bell icons and everything. See you in a week. Thank you for tuning in.